Welcome back, Smart Start Radio family. Before we get into our latest amazing episode, we have a quick word from our sponsor. With spectacular hotels, amazing theme parks, and unparalleled entertainment, Universal Orlando Resort offers a meeting destination unlike anything else in the world.
That's Smart Start Radio, Smart Start Radio. Ready, set, here we go with another episode. Watch as we learn and grow. That's Smart Start Radio, Smart Start Radio. Ready, set, here we go with another episode. Watch as we learn and grow. Starting smart is the action we design. Meeting of the minds, how to better use our time. Leading, interceding, proceeding, they define it.
Welcome back, Smart Start Radio family, to Smart Start Radio Coffee Chat. As always, I'm your host, Eming Piansay. So now grab your coffee, matcha, your water, whatever's getting you through this planning season. For today's episode is inspired by a story on smartmeetings.com called What Meeting Planners Need to Know About Event Attendees. That's important because those are people that we want to come back and engage and have great experience. So knowing how they operate and what they want is kind of essential to our business. And the big takeaway from this piece is simple, but kind of industry shifting. Attendees don't behave based on demographics anymore. They behave based on shared priorities and pressures. So today, I want to translate this into 3 planner moves you can actually use when designing your next event. The article points out something a lot of us feel, but don't always articulate. People across industries, job titles, and age groups are dealing with the same core concerns right now. Things like career stability, workload pressure, wanting events to feel worth the time away from work, and craving real connection instead of surface networking, which honestly, that's really real. And it tracks. Because when budgets are tight, teams are lean, and travel requires approval layers. People don't go to events just to attend anymore. They go to get something out of it. Because who wants to waste their time? No one does. So if behavior is being shaped more by shared pressures than by generational identity, that changes how planners should think about programming, networking, and event design. First move, stop designing events around attendance numbers and start designing them around outcomes. The article makes it clear attendees want events to help them do their job better, not just sit in sessions. So ask yourself, what will someone actually walk away with from this event? Not just inspiration, not just ideas, but something they can use next Monday morning. And that's real. Like, I've been at events and I'm like, oh my God, this is a great idea. Or I talked to someone, oh my God, they are awesome. I want to have them on the show. You know, you're practically thinking all the time. So when you're crafting your event, you want people to be thinking about these things as, what can I move on right now? And how can that best benefit me and my team? If the takeaway you're offering is tangible, attendance feels justified at your event. Workshops that produce real deliverables, sessions where people leave with templates or plans, structured peer problem solving instead of lecture formats. If the takeaway is tangible, attendance feels justified. And that is really real. Because again, time, money, energy, it all factors into that. Okay. Point 2, stop relying on big networking moments and start creating smaller connection spaces. The article on our website highlights that attendees want meaningful interaction, not just exposure to lots of people. And honestly, we've all been to those receptions where you collect business cards and remember none of the conversations because our brains are like goldfish. You're there in the moment, you're invested, and you leave and your brain just kind of unloads everything the minute you walk out the door. So how best to deal with that? So think of it like this. Curated small group discussions, hosted tables with real prompts, meetups around shared roles or challenges, structured peer circles. When people leave with 3 real connections instead of 30 ones that barely left a mark, the event feels successful. People will respond to that and probably, come back, leave a positive survey, stuff like that. Like, you'll probably see a reaction by doing things like these at your events. The third move is treat attendees' time like a scarce resource, because it is. Yeah. So when I look at an agenda for an event, I'm looking at what I'm interested in and what will benefit me. So if you're lining up your event with sessions that interest people, that make them want to attend or click the button to RSVP, you're doing a good job. And you'll see the results of that. The article emphasizes that people want events to justify the time away from work and home, which is fair because you're traveling, you're off your usual schedule, you're not at work. Everything that you're supposed to do that week gets pushed further out. You're creating more work for yourself because you're here. So what should planners be asking? Is this agenda efficient? Does every session serve a purpose? Are we minimizing filler and maximizing value? This could mean a few things for how you are planning your event. Fewer sessions, but stronger ones. More intentional scheduling, shorter programs with clear goals, or hybrid elements that reduce travel pressure. Any of those really work, honestly. The more respectful the event feels of people's time, the more likely they are to come back, which, yes, I've had both experiences before, so I agree with that statement. So here's the big shift. The future attendee isn't defined by an age group. They're defined by shared pressure. Pressure to grow professionally, pressure to justify travel, pressure to make events actually matter. And the planners who respond to that reality are the ones whose events are going to feel relevant this year and beyond. So if you want to read the full story, it's on smartmeetings.com right now, and it's definitely worth checking out. And hopefully this gave you a quick framework to think about how attendees' expectations are shifting and how your event design can shift with them. Thank you all so much again for joining this week's Coffee Chat. Once again, I'm Eming Piansay, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Smart Star Radio, Smart Star Radio. Ready, set, here we go with another episode. Watch as we learn and grow. At Smart Star Radio, Smart Star Radio. Ready, set, here we go with another episode. Watch as we learn and grow. Starting smart is the action we design. Meeting other minds, how to better use our time. Leading, interceding, proceeding, they divine. It's believing, they conceding, so it goes on more.
You've been listening to Smart Start Radio, a Smart Meetings production. Interested in being our next guest? Connect with us at editor@smartmeetings.com.